Hi, I'm Rebecca Newbern of the Richmond Grows Seed Lending Library, and the purpose of this video is to show you some of the resources that are out there to support communities that are interested in starting seed libraries. So I'm at seedlibraries.weebly.com. We also have a social network that's at seedlibraries.org. But this website here, as well as the seedlibraries.org, has some resources to get you started. So first off, at the top, there's a Start a Library page. So I'm going to just click that on. And first off, this is this is a Dropbox. The first thing that you see is going to be a Dropbox that has all of the resources from Richmond Grows, as well as some other seed libraries to that you can pretty much use. It's all Creative Commons. But I recommend, and I kind of pull this out separately, it is in the downloadable resources, as well as the toolkit that I wrote. And the reason why this is maybe a good place to start is just to kind of get some of the thinking ahead of time. So I've kind of downloaded the thing ahead of time so you can kind of see it. So within the toolkit, getting started, who's going to be supporting the organization of it, how are you going to do membership, how are you going to track members, is this going to be a free service, and then just what are some of the kind of considerations. So for myself, I'll just kind of, and it's going to really vary, so there's no one way to do it, and we have a couple of featured libraries up here, so we're going to have under here, we'll have featured libraries. So you can just see that this is a huge, as of the filming of this is beginning of January 2014, there are over 185 seed libraries that are open, and another 100 plus are in the works. So there's no one way to do it, and so don't feel like, there's a certain standard that you need to meet. It's what's going to meet the needs of your community and what's workable for you. So for example, I work full-time, and I was very inspired by Basil, which is the first seed library that's in Berkeley, which is one of the nearby towns to us in the San Francisco Bay Area. And they've been going for 15 years at this point. And I love the fact that it is really low maintenance, which it needs to be because I work full time and all of us are volunteers. So even though we're housed in the public library in Richmond, the library staff, as gracious and as helpful as they are, they're not responsible for maintaining the library at all. So for us, we wanted something that's going to be pretty much self-checkout, self-maintaining, give as much information so people can interface with it, and kind of even support, keeping it organized and clean as we go. And we do have work parties, but just minimum amount of work. And then there's other people that are, you're going to see, for example, some of the featured libraries are librarians that are housing this and that are organizing this, and it's part of their checkout system. And so that means repackaging things. It might even mean cataloging and organizing things. So it's going to really vary on who's initiating the project, as well as kind of the commitment from the public library, if you're in a public library, to kind of maintain that level of workload. So just things to consider, and that's all kind of outlined once again here in this toolkit. There's also a list of sister seed libraries, and let's see, I think I have this one hooked up already. So here, this is the Richmond Grows website. So we're at richmondgrowsseeds.org. Under our contacts page, there's a sister libraries page, and let's see if I can scroll down on this. So one, I like it because we have, I've taken some pictures from some different seed libraries. You can just see it's everything from old card catalogs to, glass jars in milk crates, to beautiful artistic pieces that were made by, local carpenters. So there's a huge breadth in terms of, and also like suitcases. So there's really like no one way that it needs to look. And then down below you can see these are the sister seed libraries, and so you might want to see as you get started, are there any other communities close to you, or maybe that have that are in a similar bioregion that you might want to connect with, share resources. This is the list of ones that I know that are open. As I said, I have a list of at least 100 others that are in progress. So if you are starting a library and you sign up for the seedlibraries.org social network, I will probably be contacting you if you mention you're opening a seed library, and also let you know that if there are other ones that are in the process in your area. So know that there are options out there. Okay, so let's go back to the Start a Library page at seedlibraries.weebly.com. So once again, there's this downloadable resource. It's also at our social network site, seedlibraries.org, and there's a lot of resources here. So it's good to look through everything, but at the same point, it's more of just like pick and choose what works for you. So one of the things here is the drawer organization. And if you look at our orientation video for Richmond Grows here, and also as well as some of the images for other seed libraries, you'll kind of see some of the ways that people are organizing their seeds. So we did ours according to seed saving ability. And on our Richmond Grows site, if you look under seed saving, and unfortunately just click that out, is we explained how we made our distinctions, and I worked with the people at Basel and Berkeley to decide what we would consider the super easy plants, the easy plants, and difficult plants. And then that may not be the list you go through, especially if you're in a different bioregion, like carrots can stand the ground here because we have really mild winters. That's not going to be an easy plant if you have to be pulling them out and if you're in a winter area that freezes. So just something to kind of consider that it's a template, but take it and tweak it and make it your own. So the drawer organization, all of the stuff that you want to look at is here. Once again, take it, adapt it, or come up with your own system. Kind of my feeling when I kind of created this was, how can I create an organizational structure that's going to educate people about seed saving, as well as make it easy for us to kind of maintain. So I was looking at, actually, even though maybe people don't know about plant families, by creating that as our underlying structure, we're starting to inform people about seed saving just through the way that we organize it. So that was kind of my thinking on that. Membership and checkout forms. There's a really great one here by Round Valley Seed Library in Covelo, California. They've taken a couple of other people's and just made something that's just brilliant. In fact, we're going to take what they did and kind of redo it for our library. So I think that's one thing that I want to mention, is that if you create resources, or maybe you take something from here and you adapt it and you make it your own, and you feel like the changes you've made have really improved upon what we started with, please by all means email them back to me at richmondgrows@gmail.com. Once again, that's richmondgrows@gmail.com, because once again, the resilience and the strength of the community is really going to be supported by all the different communities creating resources, sharing them, adapting them, improving upon them, translating them. So we do have some stuff here translated. We're going to have a lot more translated. All of our website at Richmond Grows and all of our course material is being translated into Spanish, so that will be up sometime this year. Orientations. How are you going to get people engaged to know how to interact with the library? Once again, ours is self-serve. Yours may be different. If you're focusing around preserving rare fruits, you're probably not going to want to have an open system like ours is. And then education. This deals with everything from the courses that different communities are offering. Once again, if you have a course and you want to share it, everything here is open source. Please just let us, email it to me, and we'll put it up here. Brochures. This is everything from how to interface with the library to some of the seed saving resources. There's some really good protocol stuff around how do you donate material, and then also, for example, just make sure when you're saving seeds, this is kind of the basic protocol, in terms of health and, population sizes and stuff like this. Envelopes. This is just a couple of samples of different communities and the envelope system that they use. I'll post some videos about it just so you can see some of the communities that are repackaging seeds, like how they've actually kind of made a format that really works for them and seems pretty impressive. We're kind of we consider ourselves like a low budget, high impact organization. So we pretty much have a stamp that we use and just, basically take an envelope. Just see if I can grab an envelope here. Oh, let's see. course, I don't have any business envelopes. Um, so we pretty much just take a business envelope, you know, seal it, and then I have a paper cutter because I'm a teacher, cut it in half, and then we'll just put our stamp, make sure it's the right way, you know, put our stamp on that. And so we get 2 envelopes for the price of one, and they're the size that fits in our drawers. So that's kind of, and sometimes you can even get discards from printers or people that are going out of business or moving or dress changes for free. If you're really trying to keep it low budget, there's ways to do that. Down below on the Dropbox is these are all of these resources I kind of uploaded when I did a seed library school at Native Seed Search in Tucson with Bill McDormand. So these are just PowerPoints just showing you some of the overviews of the seed library movement, a little bit about the history of the seed library movement, seed swaps, and we do have a whole bunch of resources that Richmond Grows about seed swaps. I'll try to put it on this main one here as well. Seed library challenges, so just kind of things to think about down the road. And then I also like this, once you get established, you can look at what some of the other organizations are doing in terms of special projects. So that's kind of nice to see some of the amazing things that different communities are doing. And then I'm going to put some webinars here so you can kind of check those out. And then this here is right off the Richmond Grows page, just about our basic formatting, and then kind of our just the way that we thought about stuff, and then links to all of our organizational information is on there. Once again, this is all also in the Dropbox. So if you do get started, please join seedlibraries.org, become a member. Once again, it's free. When you do join up, then you will kind of periodically get emails about new resources. So it's just kind of a helpful thing for us in terms of just kind of maintaining connection with the larger community. And yay, exciting. I'm glad you're watching this. Best of wishes with your seed library project, and peace.